wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own this.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Watch the screen.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Check, 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Mike 59. Mike 59.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike, check, 59. So don't say nothing.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What you got?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
88. Hey, exit. 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I got one. Throw right. Jim. Check, 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 check.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Under 10, under 10. Hey, 88.
On first down, it's Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Good job, D.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come here, Mike. He's coming. Double up, double up. Inside. Double up.
Check 4, check 4.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Lucky. Rush in. Inside. Check 43.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 52. Go to 50.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Check safety.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
91 is the mic. Hey, Steve 6. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Keep it up. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, wahoo!
58, come on! Crunch time, defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers looking left side and has got a man. That's Lamb. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Motion, motion!
Mike, check, 59. I got one. Big ass.
26.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch the curve!
Right there.
Switch!
Shit. Go right.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
18.
Mark, check.
Jump out.
All day, dog. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
It's now 3rd down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Plant.
Go 58's the Mike.
Move.
Watch the screen. 58, boy, 58. 58's Mike.
Man, I got you.
On the 50.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Here's Rodgers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken at the 3. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. Liz. Hey, high 7. Nice, sweetheart.
Rodgers now throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Stop here, D. Mike, check.
Jump out. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
59's Mike.
Hey, take 26. Hey.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Jim.
Mike 5'9".
Zoom.
I'm coming.
59's Mike. Check. 59. Don't get nervous.
Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Mike's 59. Hey, Orvin. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Tiny's on the Ringo.
Hey, boys.
Hey, 88. 58. Five. Check. 58's the Mike. Boxing.
58, right over there.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Rodgers pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
4 down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Let's go. Let's get out the field, defense.
58, boys. 58's Mike.
All day, punt. 58's the Mike.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 49 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now it's Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there. Yeah.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check. Plant. Get him, you got him.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I'm coming.
Rodgers again now. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Danny Trevathan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
44 is Mike. Check. Squeeze, double.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Trubisky to throw. His throw incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
44 is Mike. Check. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Dashing through the snow. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant. And
that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Anthony Miller there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Trubisky now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Trubisky. Finding room to the 20. This is caught by Ginn. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Just like that. Just like that. 44 to Mike. Hey, Delta. Watch the
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ted Ginn. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 26-yard line.
No. 319.
Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go one more.
58.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Coming out. Live.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 59.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Jump out. Hey, Zoom.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
I'm coming after you.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Packers first down.
No. 319.
6-yard line.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, 626.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Zoom. side.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Danny Trevathan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Box it. I'm coming for you. 26.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, it's Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
58 to Mike. I got him. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
You ain't doing nothing today. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 59, Mike. 59, 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
Lock in.
44 is Mike. Check.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Zadarius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Get him, boys.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
44, Mike.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 18. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, man.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Check it back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go, D. And it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick 6. Again has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch. Hey, ball.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now it's Trubisky, and this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen.